Hello guys, watching Droid Crunch. I'm Lokesh Kapoor, and in this video we are going to talk about WP Forms. WP Forms is a great WordPress plugin to create forms on your website, and we are going to see in action how you can create forms and what the features of WP Forms that you can implement in your website. So we have opened up WPForms.com, and here are the features and add-ons that are available in WP Forms. So it's a drag and drop builder form, so you don't have to worry about writing any code. You can just drag and drop the fields to make the forms, and you get the field settings to additionally input any placeholder tags, label, input any conditions and all that. Here are the form templates that lets you create your form very easily without spending any time. Here are booking templates, form, user registration form, all the templates are there in the library. So here are the responsive mobile friendliness that is there in the WP Forms, and his smart logic conditional. So there are some logics that lets you show or hide fields and all that other stuff. Instant notifications lets you respond to the leads quickly, and entry management lets you keep your leads in one place to streamline your workflow. There are multi-page forms, so it splits your forms into multiple pages, and there are file uploads that allows you to, and user registration forms is also there. Spam protection, that there's CAPTCHA to reduce the spam, and it prevents the spam submissions. PayPal extension or add-on is there to receive the payments and donations in your PayPal account, and Stripe add-on is also there. There are multiple add-ons for emails like MailChimp, Constant Content, Campaign Monitor, GetResponse, Aweber. All that allow you to create subscriptions out of your emails. There is a Salesforce add-on, ActiveCampaign add-on, Drip add-on as well, and then Blue add-on there, and Zapier add-on. So it's a great to see Zapier there, and here's geolocation data add-on also. Post submissions add-on is there to allow users to create posts from the front end possibly, and there's also signature add-on that's very trending as of now these days. Form abandonment add-on to reduce the abandonment of your forms, and there's also form locker add-on, form pages add-on, conversational forms add-on to create interface on layout to boost form completion rate. It will boost your form completion rate by using conversational forms add-ons. You can also create user journey add-on to see which pages your user visited before actually submitting the form. So there are some webhooks and form templates pack. You can also set the feature. So there are lots of add-ons that can make your form very potential. So I have opened up my dashboard, installed WP Forms. I have provisioned to make a video, and here are some settings that you need to see before you actually create a form. In general, you can find your license, you can verify your license to activate all the add-ons and all the settings that are available only for the Pro users, and you can just include your form styling. We will keep it to the default setting for now, and we will see how you can style your form later in this video. You can load assets globally, so all the WP Form assets will load site-wide with this option selected. You can enable GDPR enhancements, and this will let enable GDPR related features enhancements. You can read more about this GDPR in this documentation by clicking on this link, and save setting. In the email you can find the template, whether to be HTML or plain text. It is for the email template, and you can optimize email sending by keeping it asynchronous, and it will make a submission faster. You can upload a header image for your email template. You can set their background, okay, and you can keep a carbon copy to CC and all that. And here in CAPTCHA you can keep your form protected from the spam. You can enable HCAPTCHA, human CAPTCHA, and reCAPTCHA by Google. You just need to input your side key, secret key for your captcha, reCAPTCHA, v3 and all that, and it will work side-wide for all your forms. Here you can keep the validation text. You can customize all these texts according to your choice. Like if a number is not valid, then you can customize this text from here. So instead of please enter a valid number, it will show a custom text that you input here. So all the custom text labels you can customize from this validation tab. And here the parent tab where you can input your currency, which currency you want to deal in, and here the integrations. Enabled integrations will be visible and the inactive ones will be like that. Okay, content is available, so I can add a new account and enable this integration. For activating other integrations, I just need to click on the integration. Sorry, this active campaign is for the eLite, and here the get response, so I need to just install and activate this extension to integrate my get response. And here the geolocation feature, you can install and activate this geolocation feature as well. In the access, you can allow your users roles to create forms, view forms, edit forms, delete forms, and view forms and delete entries. So you can decide which user role can actually view the forms, which users can create the forms, and which users can edit the form, all that. In the miscellaneous settings, you can hide announcements that are available on the top of your WordPress or any other page. So you can disable those announcements from this tab. You can hide the admin menu bar. From this toggle, you can uninstall WP Forms. So all the data will be removed if you check this box and install the plugin. On the other side, if you just disable this box and you delete the plugin and reinstall, then in database all the form will appear like that. So it's a great feature. You can disable email summaries, weekly deliveries, okay, and you can check out more about this in an example of this link right here, right? Let's see some tools. Here the export and import tools. You can export your data and import when I don't have any forms, so I can export any data. So when you have, you can export and then import when you reinstall your plugin. Here's the system info and scheduled actions, logs, and all that. You can set up your SMTP right here. I have installed WP SMTP, so that link worked. You may need to install that plugin as well. So here are the forms. Let's create a new form. Just create add new button and it will display an interface over at the top of your WordPress, and you can just create a form from this interface. So just keep a form name. I put a testing form, and you can choose a template from this given list of available templates. Here is a blank, simple contact form, request form, billing form, donation form, newsletter, survey, suggestion, and all that forms. I will keep this to create a simple contact form and will create a new form. You can find all the fields in this section in the fields, and here's the appearance or preview of your form. Here are default fields that were available in the template we selected. We can customize these fields by clicking to it, and you can also drag its order by just dragging it. Okay, and you can just customize all the settings of your field by here. You can change its level, format, description, required or not required. Advanced options allow you more customization options like default value of the first name, default value of the last name, placeholder, hide label, okay, hide sub labels, CSS classes, show layout will let you choose the class. Okay, that's a cool feature. And in conditions, you can set to enable the logic, like whether to show this field when email is empty, email is shown, email is a custom value that you input. So that's a great feature. You can remove the conditions or just click on this and remove it. When your form is made, you just need to go to settings, and in general you need to create a form name, form description, form CSS class, so as to add it with custom CSS or something. And here you can Submit button text, change the text of the submit button processing test, and submit button CSS class. You can enable the anti-spam protection, you can enable dynamic fields population, you can also enable Ajax form submission and disable storing entries information in WordPress. So it will disable the information of your entries in your WordPress database. So you can also enable the notification to whom the notification will be sent after the form is submitted. You can input the admin email tag to send the email in the admin of your WordPress settings, and you can also uh, keep a value of your fields. So we had a field called email, and we can retrieve that value from this tag field id1. id1 is the, when you click it, you can find id1 right for the email. For this possibility is id0. Okay, so it works like that. We'll keep to this admin email. You can keep a email subject for every email, and you can customize the from name, from email, reply to, and messages. By default, all the fields will be sent in message, and the template is selected in the setting. And to write a custom message in your email, then you can just decide to write something like that, like email label email, and then choose the value from a field like that. So you can customize this way. You can enable conditional logic for the settings, notification. You can also customize the confirmation messages by customizing this text. When the form is submitted, you can redact the user to a specific URL after the form is submitted. You can enable survey and polls. You can enable conversational forms. You can also enable form abandonment and it is activated when the add-on installed. So you need to install an add-on for enabling this feature, which are like something grayed out. So you can enable all those features as well. You will the registration, post submissions, offline forms, form pages that we just saw in the features. So you can enable them as well. This is testing form, so I'm not going all with this. However, we can go with PayPal and see how it works. So in fields, you can possibly go to add field and create a payment field like a single item or multiple items. We can go with multiple items in this way. So first item may be grapes, second, and its pricing in dollars, $10, and here in this we can keep the mango, and third item possibly we can go with any other fruit, or we can simply delete it. Show prices after item labels. You can show the customer's item price as well, like this, and you can use images as well. You can upload the images, right, and here you can upload it from this, or you can disable it. You can write a description. Please select all that apply, like that. In advanced options, you can choose the layout like this. With 3 items, you can choose 3 layouts as well. And here in the conditions, you can enable conditional logic, right, to show this field based on the value of or inclusion or conditions of another field. So when it's there, just keep to marketing, and enable the constant contact integration. So you create subscribers out of your email listings. People standard should be enabled to receive the payments, your PayPal email, all that, and cancel URL, mode, test sandbox, PayPal mode, donation, all that. When you apply all that, you can just save the form and go to your Elementor builder choose any page, make sure you have installed Elementor and go to any page. Edit with it Elementor. And then drag and drop the WP Forms widget right here and choose the form that you have created and it will be shown right away. You can preview the form in your next window. Okay, like that. If you want to show a total to your users, then you can customize your form that way, like field. So you can use checkbox items to show multiple items right here, and you can write products and then items. You can keep a default item, okay, and show the price or not, and keep it required and add a field for total, so it will show the total to your users. What are the products they use, it will be shown as a total, and it will not show the pricing if you hide the price like I did. So let's save the form, refresh your page. Here you can see, okay, so the total will be shown to the users. So it's definitely a great way to create forms with WP Forms. You can customize it styling by just installing Yellow Pencil plugin, that is CSS editor in front end. So just edit your page with Yellow Pencil, go to any field, go to borders, or possibly go with border radius, change it either way, any way you want, right? You can change the border width, anything that you want. So when you are finished with the styling of your form this way with the Yellow Pencil, there are a lot of customization options. You just need to select the selector, right, and change all of any of these settings, right, like this. And if you know a little about Elementor, then it's the same way you can change all those settings. There are a bunch of settings: positioning, border, shadow, transforms, filters, motion, and etc. So you can change all of these settings and just go to CSS editor, copy all these settings and paste them in custom CSS, and it will work fine. Or you can also go with a pop-up and paste the shortcode or widget, Elementor widget of WP Forms in your pop-up, and it will also give you a nice feel, and it will also keep your page aligned with the design you want and not break the design. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Before I sign off, I show you a page that I have created, a group community, and if you're using Elementor, ACF, any Elementor toolkit, then please subscribe or say in join our community so as to receive great perks. You can get a lot of details about how you can get most out of your ACF, Elementor, and all that. You can find like-minded people in this group. I'm just creating this group very recently, so there are very less people as of now, but if you join and invite your friends to join, then you can help us grow this community as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you get notified about the new uploads as well. Till then, bye bye, just signing off. Have a great day.